Hello there, I'm Kid Wilder. Today we have a game called Blueprints. As some of you might know, it is a pun because this game seems to be about creating a blueprint as you're exploring an entire mansion. I have not really gotten to play it before. This is my first time actually playing it. I do have a little bit of information from a few other YouTubers that I've seen play it. I have only seen them play the opening few days of the game, so I don't have very many spoilers, hopefully. Nothing that's going to be too game breaking. Let's go ahead and get started. I do enjoy a lot of like mystery games and puzzle games, so I'm looking forward to this. And I do have a notebook next to me just in case, because I hear there are uh, things that you find along the way that you'll need to write down. I do enjoy the soundtrack so far. I think it sets a good mood.
I, Herbert S. Sinclair of the Mount Holly Estate at Reddington, do publish and declare this instrument my last will and testament, and hereby revoke all wills and codicils heretofore made by me. I give and bequeath to my grandnephew, Simon P. Jones, son of my dear niece, Mary Matthew, all of my right, title, and interest in and to the house and land which I own near Mount Holly.
It's a good sized house.
The above provision and bequest is contingent on my aforementioned grandnephew discovering the location of the 46th room of my 45-room estate. The location of the room has been kept a secret from all the staff and servants of the manor, but I am confident that any heir worthy of the Sinclair legacy should have no trouble uncovering its whereabouts within a timely manner. Should my grandnephew fail to uncover this room or provide proof of his discovery to the executors of my will, then this gift shall lapse. In witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand this 18th day of March, 1993. Herbert S. Sinclair.
So that will be me. The grandnephew, I believe is what he said. Um, from what I understand, this area always starts off the same. You'll always come into the foyer area. Let's see. And in the top left corner, there's 50. And from what I understand, you're limited to so many steps per day. Meaning you are kind of limited. Places like this will eventually open up as you explore more of the interior. As a nice ominous view. Let's see what's over here. We've got open gate. Nothing there. There's a cave here. Nope. It's boarded up. Trail seems to go pretty good ways this way. That gate's closed. There's a fire over here. Okay, so this is probably where I'm camped at. Not access the blueprint menu just yet. I'm assuming there's something inside I was supposed to grab that would allow for me to access the blueprint menu. This was one of them that I saw. I don't remember the combination, but I do know that there is a combination that if you can find it, it'll open up this gate and you'll get access to this orchard. Head back to see what's down that other path. Today's probably not going to be very productive as I'm kind of exploring the outside world. I'm going to be using up probably a fifth of my steps just doing this. Another boarded up cave. Kind of like that waterfall sound. I could probably sit there and just listen to that. Got a dark tunnel. Good ominous sound to it. Some torches. Boxes. I do not seem to have a jump button, so I can't get over the boxes. I saw something. Alright, let's go ahead and head into the house proper. Because I believe that the blueprint is on the... Yep, there it is. Simon, welcome to Mount Holly. You may not remember, but I have fond memories of your many visits here as a young boy, and I hope these rooms provide you with as much amusement as it did in those lost summer days. By the time you read this, I will assume you're fully aware of my last wishes and all the details of the bequest. Please do not mistake my intentions in giving you this challenge as a lack of confidence. I assure you nothing could have been further from my mind when I chose you as my heir. With that said, there are a few ground rules of this commission covered in the fine print of my will that I feel I should bring to your attention. No tools or items may be brought onto the estate from the outside. So if I find anything outside, I cannot bring it inside. Tools and items found on the estate may not be taken off the estate. So what's here stays here. Meaning if I find a key inside, it stays inside. You may not stay overnight. So I won't be able to stay inside the house. I have to go sleep outside in my tent. I don't suspect that any of these stipulations should prove an impediment for someone as resourceful as yourself. but it is very important to me that you start fresh each morning and not rely on the successes of the previous day. One final word of advice. Do not assume the rooms you find today will be the same rooms you find tomorrow. These grounds have provided me a home for the last half century, and even I am uncertain of which room lies beyond a particular door. Your grandmother used to say, "Don't go where the path leads. Abandon the path and go where you want it to lead." With all my love and wishes, best of luck, Herbert S. Sinclair. Oh, and on the front of it said open only in the event of my death. Alright, there's the blueprint. So now I have my blueprint tab. As you can see, I'll start in the entrance hall. And each of these squares that are on there are going to eventually slowly start to fill up as I make a path to the antechamber. And I assume the antechamber is the final goal. And then I can call it a day from here. It is my first day, as you can see. I also only have 44 steps as I spent several of them exploring outside. Searching the estate can be exhausting. Each time you enter a room, you will lose one step. When you no longer have any steps left, you will be too tired to continue searching the manor and must call it a day. So, as I run out of steps, I have to call it a day. Sometimes I might build myself into a corner and have to call it a day early. So, let's go ahead and start with the left door. I've got 3 choices. One of them is a corner bedroom. I'm assuming I come in on the right side, or no, I think it'll actually, the door is facing me that I come in through. I'll come in and then I'll have a door on the right. I'll gain 2 steps whenever I go in this room, but it's not really worth it because you spend one going in, I'll get an extra. And then there's the closet, which gives me 2 items. And then a hallway, which has 3 doors. I think economy-wise, we'll go with the hallway. I do not see anything in here. So we've got a door over there. Doors in the west wing are more likely to be locked, which I am heading west, so we shall see. Alright, a nook that has a key and another door. Storeroom that has a key, a gem, and coin, but is a dead end. Parlor, which looks like it has a puzzle. Let's try my hand at one of these puzzles. See how badly I mess up. Alright, so we've got these 3 boxes. Yep, there are 3 boxes in this room. 2 boxes in this room are empty. This box is one of the 2 empty boxes. So I assume I have to figure out what is truth and what's a lie. Okay, we've got a key here for the puzzle over there. Dear Herbert, it was a great honor receiving the invitation to dine at your estate with the old hams this past Thursday. If I'm being frank, it had been quite a while since we had been seen in decent society, and we were beginning to worry that my wife's wit had lost its charm. I have no delusions that my company is rival to hers. I can refresh your memory. We both spent much of that evening discussing our mutual love of games and puzzles. And I had mentioned to you a rather singular parlor game I had played some years back involving 3 boxes of different colors. You had pressed me to write with the particulars of this game when I found the time. And I have included with this letter all the details you will need to share with guests should you be inclined to play this confounding game. Always my friend, M. Lowry. There will always be at least one box which displays only true statements. So, at least one box is true. There will always be at least one box which displays only false statements. So, one's true, one's false. The third one will be buried. Only one box has a prize within, the other two are always empty. Okay. So this one says, this box is one of the two empty boxes, which could be true. Two boxes in this room are empty, which is also true, potentially. There are three boxes in this room, which is true, which means this one is more than likely the correct one. Nope, that was wrong. Those were all three. Yeah, I messed that one up. Oh well. I should have taken more time on it. Alright, let's go to the den. So I've got my first gem. Yeah, that was a bonehead move on that puzzle back there. Hey, do we want another hallway? We'll do another hallway. That is a note. Staff notice, June 15th, 1983. Out of respect for the late Lady Clara Epson, the West Wing will be closed until further notice. While the floor plans associated with this wing have not been removed from the pool, we ask that staff members refrain from drafting them during this period of mourning. Likewise, any staff, something or another, may draft, I don't know. Okay, so we got a door there and a door here. Let's continue down this way. I have no money. Wonder what happens if you go into the chapel with no money. I have no money to lose, so I don't lose anything. I do like that there's a bishop chess piece in the church. Or anything down the pews? I do not see anything on that side or that side. Let's see. Let's try to go further up. Okay, so we've got a dead end, another bedroom. So I need a gem to open up the patio. And it spreads gems in each green room or bedroom. Let's go ahead and do we'll do the patio. And it looked like there's a gem here. I'm assuming I need a shovel. Buried below, occasionally you may discover small mounds of dirt in certain rooms of the estate. With a shovel, one may be able to excavate these suspicious dig spots. And now I've got to find a shovel inside here since I cannot bring one in from outside. And I got another gem back, so oh, that one's locked. I need a key now. Still no money for the church to take from me. Ah, the observatory. Kind of wondering what that does. We'll go ahead and do the observatory. I get +1 star every time I come in here, it seems. Okay, so we've got that, which I do not know what that does. Let's look down here before I start turning things. Why would you have a picture of a cot? That seems odd to have in this room. 6 stars. Stargazer's Companion to Constellations by Richard Witt. And Aries Bird and Song Publishing. This book contains a complete star base, a list of constellations, and the observed effects that accompany the appearance of each one. Depending on the number of stars that can be seen in the sky on any given day, different constellations of various sizes may be visible, sometimes more than one on a single day. This book, a solid base for astronomy, will help you easily identify these constellations, impress your friends, and discover the joy of stargazing. So, North Stars +1 gold. The twins, 2 trunks have been added to the entrance hall. The slice +3 steps. Diamondus Minor +1 gem. Southern Cross rooms with 4 doors are more common today. Farmer's Apple. Apples are extra delicious today. Clavis, the key, +1 key. Diamondus Major +5 gems. Draxus the Dead. Dead end rooms are more common today. I gotta watch out for 12. The sale, everything is 50% off today. Glorious Bloom of the Sky. Green rooms are more likely to contain special flowers today. So it looks like the more often I visit this area, the more stuff I'll get. Okay. I guess I gotta turn... I'm on the wrong side of it. That's why it's turning that way. I assumed it would just automatically turn the right way. And I need it to go up before I can make it go over any farther. I'm gonna try pointing out the window. I assume once I point out the window, I can actually get my reward. Which looked like it was 1 gold, and luckily for me, I should not be going back into the church. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do it. There's the 1 star. I gained a single coin. Alright, I have 0 gems and I have 1 coin. I wish I had another gem so I could go security. The spare room or corridor? Let's go ahead and do a spare room. I don't really see anything in the spare room. Really wish I had some gems for the passageway. Yeah, we'll go bedroom. Constellation there. They have a strong chess set theme going. Oh, the trunk's locked. I need a key to open the trunk. Greetings from Reddington. Origami stuff. Assume this is the late wife of my great uncle. Okay. Go to the storeroom, I can get a key, open that trunk. Or I could go open out that other door. I'd be blocking off a path for the entrance hall. But I could open up another door on the patio. And go storeroom. This money's not going to do me any good because I'm going to spend it all at the church. Not see anything else in here. Sure, there's things I'm overlooking, but I did not see one in there. Alright. Take my money. Oh, I can do the security room now. I have an odd, ominous opening to a security room. Into the storage room. Some sort of archive. Music room. My wife would like that. So it's got a little bit of a delay on the security footage. Yep, it's a live feed. Okay, let's see what's down here. So blue memos are true. And then red memos are lies. Unless written by hand. I wonder how many people have overlooked that. Which means the red memo that was typed out that I saw back in one of those corridors was a lie because it was printed and not written. So the west side of the house does not always have locked doors. Okay. Nothing's written on those. Nothing there. See what was on this side before I go inspecting anything else. A blue memo. Keycard access security doors are more likely to appear in the higher ranks of the estate. So this is a rank 5. I know the observatory said that is a rank 4. Meaning anything that's a higher rank, I'm going to have a keycard access to it. Likewise, as a redundant security measure, normal doors in the estate will also be more likely to be locked as you progress north. Which is why that garden area had a locked door. Which means I'm going to have to prioritize keys at some point. I do apologize for the quietness. I'm kind of writing. And wherever I'm writing, I have a tendency to just kind of cut out. Try to get better at it, but can't promise it. Okay, until further notice, the antechamber has been unlocked and access levels or levers are no longer required to grant entry, which is a lie because that is printed. So I'll have to find levers to gain access to the antechamber. Some of these drawings are really nice. Effective the first week of December, payroll for all live out and seasonal staff will be managed electronically, as your attendance will no longer be registered at morning roll call. It is doubly important that you do not fail to clock in and out at one of the electronic computer terminals on the estate. 2 of these terminals can be found at security, where the punch clock used to be, and in the laboratory. Any questions or concerns regarding this process should be directed, as always, to our house manager, Miss Babbage. Terminal password. Make out a few letters on that. We've got a computer here. Use state inventory. We do have that trunk in that one room. As far as items go that we have not collected, so we need a key for that. Keycard system. Keycard system's currently operational. Security level medium. Offline mode locked. Let's change offline mode to unlocked. In case I can find some way of turning it off. Do low number of key cards. Just in case I cannot find a way of turning the power off. Log into the network. I'm assuming it's that one password that was back there. Okay, so this is boarded up. Looks like it's because it's on the back side of the observatory, so that's going to be a dead end. And hopefully this does not require a key. I do not have a gem for the secret passage. Furnace, we would draw more red rooms, which I don't know if red rooms are bad or good. There's the dark room, which has 3 doors. So I won't be able to see what the drafts are, or the floor plans whenever I'm drafting. We'll go ahead and go to the dark room. And that is not freaky at all. Yeah, you cannot see anything other than outlines of stuff. Really need to find some way of messing with the power on this thing. That door's locked. This one's unlocked. We'll go with this door. Good old blind picks. Ivory die. While drafting, you may use a die to roll new floor plans. Is that a key card? I got a key card. Anything else in here? Wonder if there's anything I missed in those 2 rooms. Because it does say how much stuff was missed. Okay, so there's nothing of real value in those rooms, but I'll come back and check them if I ever can get that power back on. Okay, so we've got to go. The plaza only had 2 items, yeah. We need to go all the way back to the entrance hall, it looks like. So go to the patio and go straight down through the hallway to the entrance hall. Goes my last coin. Glad it was of use to me. Still can't believe I messed that up. Okay, we got a nook that has a key, which might be enough for me to open up that trunk. A journey noteworthy. As you continue on your adventure, you may want to consider getting something to scribble down your notes and observations. Way ahead of you. Pad, scrap of paper, or perhaps most fittingly, a journal will prove to be an invaluable tool to you. Tool you will not regret having beside you on your journey. And it helps to kind of read the whole thing. There's key. Anything else in here? I do not see anything else. Go ahead and keep exploring through here, see what's in the rest of this. The pantry would dead end us. The corridor would give us another room or another doorway that we could go to. Guess past the storeroom. We'll go ahead and do corridor. Did not see anything in here. Getting really close to running out of steps. Dining room, I think, is the only choice I have, or I can redraw floor plan. Okay, the rank is... Each of these is a rank. So the entrance hall is rank 1. And then you go up to rank 2 for the next line. That's what it is. I was thinking it's something else. Let's redraw floor plans and hope we get a better draw. I believe I just shot myself in the foot. Go ahead and do the... We'll do the boudoir. And then run all the way over to the bedroom. And hopefully I don't have to have steps to get back out to the tent. Wait, no, I can get out through the boudoir. A picture here. Looks like Christmas. There's a safe. Looks like it's this room here. The safe in here. I don't see anything else on any of the surfaces. Yep. Let's go with good classic. Doesn't seem to work. I am really running out of possible spaces. This pantry, I think, is going to lead me right back into a dead end. I don't have any gems for the drawing room. And then the lavatory is a dead end. We'll go ahead and do the pantry. Nothing else in here. Bridget, please pick up some more fruit before Friday, as we have just been informed that we may have an extra guest exploring the house next week. 50 steps should be more than enough, so I think an even spread would be ideal. So 5 apples, 5 bananas, 5 oranges. The enclosed amount should cover expenses. But please bring back any change from the order and leave it in the pantry. So I guess that's the change. There's an orange, which gave me 5 steps back. That's nice. And I did not make it far enough for 8. So doing the dining room would be kind of pointless. Bunk room would count as 2 bedrooms. Go ahead and do the dining room. Hopefully we can get something else on the other side. If it really comes down to it, I might be able to run all the way back down here and get some food. But I seriously doubt I'm going to have the steps for it. Breaker box. That was perfect. Let's turn the keycard system off. Dark room back on. Haven't found the garage, but it's on. See, toggling off breaker switches may result in unexpected loss of floor plan functionality. Please call DC Power if you require assistance. I'm not sure what these back indicators are. Sure, there's a pattern to it, but I do not know what the pattern would be. We'll go ahead and leave that alone. I'm really going to be wishing I had taken some extra steps at some point. Okay. I've got to go back down to the nook, straight across to the parlor, And then we're going to go all the way up to the security room and the dark room. See what's up there. Gotten a lot farther than I expected to get on my first day. Get through the shame room. Lose a gem, or a gem, a coin. I don't think I'm going to be spending any anytime soon. And now that we have the lights back, we can kind of look around here. I wish I had a magnifying glass or something. See what's written on that paper. That looked very suspicious. Come with this camera. That was that apple orchard. So there's the gate, and then this tree was chopped down. I wonder if the number's on the tree there. Some of the staff. Why is this one blurred out? Second one looks like it's focused more on the background. This one looks like it's focused more on the foreground. That might be his late wife. Ooh, lockpick kit. Another thing with the orchard. Print notes. HS has requested yet another print of her ladyship, I assume for one of her rooms in the west wing, as well as an enlarged print of the enclosed photograph. He said the last development was too dark, so keep an eye on that. Some of these prints are really bad. Okay, we've got this door here. And I may not have any steps to do anything else after that. If we... I wasn't able to get picked with the lockpick. It looks like this might be the end. I could do a guest bedroom, get 10 steps, and see if I can go back down to the other bedroom. Maybe the lockpick will work on it. If I even still have the lockpick. I do. Okay. Got a note here. Sinclair, just wanted to write you a quick note thanking you for the weekend. I had a thrilling time on the hunt with Lord Evanson, whose peculiar personality somewhat made up for your own absence. I also got to appreciate your new game in the billiard room. Been ages since I've seen the billiard room in the house. I was beginning to suspect you retired the floor plan. It was well worth the wait though, as I always enjoy your mathematical puzzles and appreciated that I didn't need to know the rules of darts to play your variation. Hoping your health improves shortly. There's a key. That was not listed as one of the things I could get, so I can go open up that chest now. See what's in it. Probably pointless at this point, but I'd like to know. Alright, go to the chapel, lose another coin to the observatory. Okay, let's see what's in this chest. Are you serious? Sacrifice a key to get 3 keys. And I have nowhere else I can go. Everything else looks like it's a dead end. I'll check the security room again. If there's anything I forgot. I should have done that earlier. Nope, looks like everything's been collected. I wonder what happens if you run out of steps inside. Use all your steps and must now call it a day. You have pushed yourself to the very edge of exhaustion and must now return to your campsite to get some rest. You can continue your search tomorrow, however the house might be a little bit different. So it looks like you basically just pass out and it forces you to go on to the next day. I explored 22 rooms. Only got up to rank 6. Had I been able to get up to rank 8, I could have gone back to the dining room at some point. It'd been a waste of steps, but I could have gone all the way back there. Found 3 items. The die, the lockpick, and the key card, I think. That starts the next day, is day 2. And it looks like everything is reset. So on that note, I'm going to go ahead and call this a part. I'm planning on doing multiple videos of this. I really want to try to get all the way up to the antechamber. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you next episode.